Hello, everyone. This is Chris, and I'll be the presider of today's meeting. So before we start, may I know if everyone is here? Reynaldo, Malieza, Mayanne, Donabel, Claudia, are you here?
Yes.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're all present.
Miss.
So let's proceed.
Yes.
Okay, so our agenda for today is all about how to cope up with online classes. So may I ask how everyone's doing? Like, are you able to cope up with the new style of teaching and learning? Hello?
We're still adjusting.
Okay, you're still adjusting. I can relate to that because I'm also adjusting as well. So there are lots of ways for us to cope up doing online classes, and it starts within ourselves. If you haven't noticed, because I did, there are lots of people posting in social media like Facebook, Instagram, and any social media platform where we can express ourselves freely, like saying, I'm stressed because there are a lot of activities. Some are afraid that they may not learn anything, like just compiling because it's needed. Like, have you seen those posts on your Facebook feeds?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So in order for us to cope up or do online classes without stressing ourselves, we gotta seek of ways that will make us comfortable. Because the thing is, if you're not comfortable, you're just forcing yourself to do so. You won't learn that way. So first thing first is you should get enough sleep. Teaching yourself how to manage stress begins with something simple: getting enough sleep. A good night's sleep is critical since it's not only for online learning success, but for keeping your stress levels manageable. Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So next is get organized. So between academics and everyday commitments, a can't lose stress management technique for busy students is to get organized and stay organized. Keep your desk neat, create folders on your computer, map out your quarter or semester, and set reminders for important dates. Once you get organized, you'll feel stress levels go down immediately because you were able to track everything. You know which activity you haven't done yet and which activity is almost on its due date. By that, you are managing your time wisely. From getting up early and prioritizing tasks to avoiding distractions and setting goals, managing your time wisely will give you the structure you need to tackle both your academic and personal to-do list while learning online. So it's a management tip that takes some time to master, but one that will improve many aspects of your life for years to come. Are you doing that while studying? Like, you're managing your time wisely, you're organized, and you're having enough sleep?
No.
No.
Why?
Not all the time.
Not all the time. Why? May I know why? The reason why you haven't? I'm sorry, what?
For a great slave of procrastination.
You need what? Can you say that again?
That's why we're not able to manage our time.
You weren't able to manage your time properly. Yes, I can relate to that because the first week of the class, I'm always behind with all the activities we have. I cannot submit, or I have a hard time to submit all the activities on due date. So I can relate to that somehow. But we have to know and to learn how to organize ourselves and manage our time wisely so that we can avoid all those things in the future. Let's just learn from what we experienced before, okay? So after knowing how to manage your time wisely, the next is get help if you need it. Like, if you have any difficulty understanding the lesson you have given, don't hesitate to ask for help. You can ask your teacher, your classmates, or even the person you are with in your home that you think can help you to understand the lesson. There is no wrong to ask for help, especially if you really need it. So in my case, I'm a BS accountancy student. Like I'm not really familiar with everything since not all is being introduced to us when we're in our senior high school. So I have a brother-in-law accounting here with me, living with me. So I'm asking for help so that I can understand those things that I can't understand really for in terms of meaning, the process, and everything. So there's really no wrong to ask help if you don't understand your lesson. Like there's nothing wrong with that. You can ask for help. Asking help is free as long as you learn, and you can learn after asking. Okay?
Okay.
Is everyone okay? So next is take breaks. Managing stress as you pursue your online education can often be as simple as taking a break. So sitting on one spot for hours and end as you learn online isn't good for your mind or your body. Stand up and stretch. Like taking a break doesn't have to be complicated endeavor. So you can set a timer, like when will the time that you're gonna take a break, just like when you're doing in this school, like first subject, second subject, then break, third subject, fourth subject, and then lunch, like that, just do it the same as what we're doing in the school. You gotta put some schedule, like insert some schedule so that you're not painting yourself and stressing yourself. So next is check in with yourself. The stress you can feel when pursuing any kind of higher education, online can keep up on you. So take a moment to regularly check in with yourself to know how you're feeling physically and mentally. So and then incorporate the stress management techniques that work best for you. Sometimes we forget to compliment ourselves. Like if you have completed the task, you're just gonna ignore it because since you finish it. So if you have completed a task, then pat yourself in the back, like just to congratulate yourself. As what I've said, it starts within ourselves. So after all those, you gotta stay disciplined. Your home may not look like campus or school, but you are still in college. Because you're at home, there's a lot of potential for distractions. So you'll need to focus and stay focused to stay on track. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Next is be flexible. Our classes, are now online lectures, videos, or a series of readings. Our library is now digital, and our office hours are virtual, like our meeting hours are virtual. We don't do face to face no more since there's a pandemic going on. So the resources are still available, they're just in a different form. So being flexible about these changes will help us adjust. So sometimes you'll need to adjust at the moment's notice, like when you lose your internet connection, even if you get stuck, not being able to be online, you still need to get work done. So have a backup plan, like if there's a activity need to be passed on and you don't have an internet connection and you haven't started that activity, so it's better to download the course materials that you can access offline, and make sure you have the professor's email address and phone numbers in case you need to reach them about interrupted work. All of these tips are easy, but it's hard to follow or do. Why? Simply because we sometimes focus on the negative side that we forgot the positivity of it. Like there are still ways that we can do to help ourselves. According to Miss Junai, who knows Miss Junai here, financial accounting.
Yes, I know one.
Mm. He said this once in her. She said this once in her session that take everything a challenge. Like don't think it's hard and we can do it, because if we will, no one can help us since we ourselves are not helping. So there are no problems that do not have an answer. Coping up online classes is just a question. Like if you search it, there are a lot of answers. You just have to apply those things that you think is helpful for you. So it really relies in ourselves if we want to cope up, we want to learn, we want to study, and like there's no physical thing that can help us. But those instructions, like those ways, can pull us up, and learn things. So do you have any suggestions on how to cope up, like to cope up with the new style of this learning? May I ask everyone if you have any suggestions or opinions that you think is helpful in a way for us to learn? I can.
I
Forget
think
to
it's all
get in
about
touch with your
management.
family.
Yes, don't forget to get in touch with your family. That's really important as well. Since the persons that you are with in the home is your family, just keep a single conversation every now and then just to ease your mind, like share and open how you
Yes.
feel so that you're not just putting all those emotions inside yourself, because if you won't let it out, it's just keep on building, and we won't know when it will shows, and it might put us in a depression or stress. So it's better to open up yourself in your family, like take things easy, talk it out. So what else?
You need to establish a functional
Also,
workspace.
Establish functional workspace. Yes, it's good to have a personal space when doing your task, so that you won't
Yes.
get disturbed. If you can find not confined, just put yourself in a place where there are not a lot of people that lives in your home, so that you won't get easily attracted or distracted for moving things around everything you do. What else?
for me, it's all
Cloudy.
about time management.
Okay, so Claudia said it's all about time management. So if that's true, it's all about time management. As what I've said, if you manage your time wisely, um, you're prioritizing tasks that to avoid any distraction, that and setting goals, managing your time wisely will give you the structure you need to tackle both your academic and personal to-do list while learning online. So it is a big impact if you know how to do time management. So what else? So
You
I'll
need
take it
you need to have an open mind also.
open mind also. Why is
Mm-mm.
that, please? Can you please elaborate? Open mind?
Although an online degree may not always what you had originally envisioned, it may be the new normal because of COVID-19 restrictions. So it's a good idea to have an open mind because although online education isn't traditional, it is still has all of the potential to give you the knowledge and skills that you will need. That's all.
Okay, that's good. So be open mind. We can also conclude that you should get flexible, flexible
Mm-mm.
in every aspect as you learn and doing this online platform. Okay, what else?
You should treat online course as a real course. Kaya usually man good, uh, online course o actual course is very different. Kay when we say online course man good, we can control our time man good. Like example, when sometimes we discuss atong teachers nga about kuan din 2 hours ra ba din off cam lang. So pwede ta nga di maminaw, pwede ta nga atong sayangon atong time sa iyahang nga kuan. Unlike sa actual course, I mean actual class nga dili nimo na mabuhat, like very different yun, like ang imong learning nga makuha is different from the online class. Wala lang.
Yes, that's very true, no? Like it is really different from the class that we are used to compared to online classes, since the teacher wouldn't even know what we are doing behind the cam. So can easily sick of like inserting doing some things like unnecessary things that is not connected with the subject. How about if you have any clarifications or questions you want to ask? You have
None.
none?
None.
Yan.
Okay, none. Okay. So before I let everyone go, I would like to thank everyone for staying with me in the end, in spite of the unstable internet connection we have. So this is Chris once again, meeting adjourned. Bye.
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 Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye, guys.